We are back with part 5 of the Type RA restoration. So in between shots here, I've got a good volume of the harness back in the car, which feels good. Cleaning it up as I go along, relooming a lot of it. Some of it I still haven't made it to. Got a couple bottles in it. Now I'm working through the bracketry for a lot of the engine bay items and sandblasting, repainting that. Working my way through the boxes. I've got the fuel tank back in. All the lines hooked up. The rear brake lines are ran. I've got the filler neck in. I did get these spots painted that were previously left unpainted because that's where the hoist feet sat. Here we got a complete Super Pro chassis bushing kit. Then I just noticed my two front bolts have not been restored yet. So these are the rear ones. They have been restored. So I'll give you a quick demo. So I'm going to throw these in the sandblaster to start. Step is clean off any sand from them and then drop them in the black Oxidad for 5 minutes. Dry them off, and there they are. Motherfucker. So now he's saying motherfucker shit. So you do hit it on this side a few times, say motherfucker, then you have to hit it on this side.
And that's how it's done.
Yep. Here we got the shifter assembly all together. It's a Cartboy short shifter for a GC8. I think that's maybe Perrin, that's Perrin, that's OEM. Looking good. Yep, some of the bracketry cleaned up and painted, along with the linkage was all sandblasted and painted as well. And then we're doing our center differential bearings. We're gonna do the axle seals, the shifter seal, and then we're gonna clean up this transmission and repaint it a nice fresh silver as well. suspension prepped. I've got my backing plates all cleaned up and powder coated. And we've got the wheel hubs all cleaned up and ready to go in as well. Well, here we are, guys, with the end of this video. I've got the car up to the milestone I wanted to. So we have a good majority of the interior in. We have the chassis brace, or roll cage if you want to call it that, but it's a bolt-in. I only put it in because it originally came with the car when I got it, and just for the nostalgia factor, I figured I would leave it. I've got the rear spindles on, all the control arms. These are from Japanese Hawkeye WRX, so I won't have to use adapters to put the calipers on. In the next video, we're going to be assembling the motor and putting on the brakes, and I'm going to get this thing running. We've got a little rear sway bar in there as well. It's just all braced up, this one. Then here we have the chassis brace plates on the bottom. I know it looks kind of ugly right now, but I'm gonna end up cutting those bolts down to length. Then I have plastic caps that will go over top of them, and I'm actually gonna paint this before I put the caps on, so then I'll get rid of the seam sealer. The fronts are definitely no better, but yeah, to keep the water out, kind of is what it is. Guys, well, that is the end of this video. Up to this point, I am 340 hours into this, and I won't even mention how much money. But anyway, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. This car will be running by the end of the next video, which is pretty exciting.